This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, Citadel and Millennium are losing money, and they're blaming it on the pod shops. But I believe it has a lot to do with the fact that the high frequency trading has been shut down. It also has to do with the fact that the markets are doing bad. The markets are doing bad, and a lot of people are paying attention to the fraud and corruption a lot more than they usually do. So the bad actors have to engage in less criminality in order to move forward. Well, not even move forward, in order to make money. But here's the thing. A lot of people are not really familiar with what pod shops are. What pod shops are is like you have a main hedge fund, let's say Citadel, and under the Citadel umbrella, you have these little mini hedge funds. And each little mini hedge fund, or each pod has their own investment strategy, their own manager, and Pod A doesn't really know what Pod B is doing. They all run independent shops under the one umbrella of Citadel. So what happens is when Pod A is losing money, or Pod B is losing money, or Pod C is losing money, the other pods don't know. So until the end of the quarter or the end of the year, when they put everything on the table, that's when they realize that they all been losing money. And that's why Citadel and Millennium is in deep, deep trouble. And I really haven't been paying attention to Millennium that much, but I do pay attention to Citadel. And I've been telling you guys for a while that Citadel is hanging on by their fingernails. And they can blame it on the pod shops. They can blame it on whoever they want. The bottom line is this. Citadel has been losing money for years. It's only their name, their reputation that has helped them weather the storm, because people were still willing to give them money, still willing to extend their credit. But now they're being blocked out of trades. Why do you think that is? Because Citadel doesn't have the collateral. And we knew for a while they didn't have the collateral. You know why? Because they were selling bonds. Because they were taking out loans. Because they were looking for partners to sell off part of Citadel. That is not the actions of somebody who's making billions of dollars a year, hands over fist. Those are the actions of somebody who is desperate for liquidity. And that is what we're seeing now. We're seeing a Citadel that is desperate for liquidity, and the collateral is so low that they are blocked out of trades, blocked out of positions, because they can't afford to maintain the positions even when they're severely over leveraged. Bottom line is this, and I've told you this multiple times. Citadel is probably gonna be gone, or it's gonna be transformed into something else. Okay? It's gonna be transformed into something else. Citadel has been making money, robbing and stealing from the market, not just retail investors and pension funds, but they've been taking from other 1%ers also. But Citadel was so large and so politically connected that nobody really complained too much. But now that the losses are piling up, they put pressure on NASDAQ to stop the high frequency trading. How long has Citadel been using that to take advantage? A very long time. Why now has NASDAQ decided to shut it down? Because the pressure has been building. And you know what? It's because of us. It's because of retail investors. Because we have kept the pressure on for 4 to 5 years. about all the fraud and corruption in the market, and we're starting to see some rewards for our efforts. And here's the other thing, and this is just a theory of mine. I believe that they know that these lawsuits are going to end up getting a trading history, NWBO, my lawsuit. And once we get those trading histories, what is going to happen? It's going to expose a lot of the bad actors and their co-conspirators. Could NASDAQ be trying to distance themselves from Citadel and the high-frequency traders before the lawsuit exposes all the fraud and corruption? That is something else that I have been considering. Not the fact that they've been putting pressure on NASDAQ because of how unfair the high-frequency trading is, but I believe NASDAQ doesn't care about unfairness. They don't care about Citadel having an unfair advantage because they knew this for years and they allowed it to continue. So there's some other pressure that made NASDAQ shut it down. And that pressure is us, and I believe that pressure is also the lawsuits. Then I believe we're going to get those trading history. A lot of people tell me they're never going to give it up. We're never going to see the trading history. We're never going to see the blue sheets. I don't believe that. I believe we're going to see the trading history. I believe we're going to see the blue sheets. I believe a lot of the fraud and corruption is going to be exposed very, very soon. And I think NASDAQ is trying to distance themselves from everything that Citadel, Millennium, and a lot of these bad actors have been doing to the market for the last 5 years. They've been doing it a lot longer, but we've just been paying attention to it for the last 5 years. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Citadel, Millennium are losing money because of the pod shops or because the high-frequency trading has stopped? Or because they're just bad investors. And without the ability to rob and steal, they can't make money. Anyway, have a great day. God bless. And I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.